nation got a report card on obesity today, and the country flunked.
Enough.
Despite
As we begin this new decade, the country is facing a dangerous weight problem.
What is officially the biggest health crisis in American history.
Nutritionists say obesity is the biggest threat to public health. Two studies out today that draw the same disturbing conclusion. Americans are not winning their battle against obesity.
The evidence of an epidemic is everywhere. 2/3, 190 million Americans, are overweight or obese.
Despite all attempts to attack the problem, a new survey shows the adult obesity rate increased in 23 states last year, and no state showed a decline.
But also that more than a quarter of the population is obese in 2/3 of the states.
In the late 1970s, 15% of American adults were obese. By the early 90s, that number had jumped to 23%, and most recently, 35%.
Today's study says the fattest state is Mississippi, where nearly a third of all adults are obese. The slimmest state is Colorado, but even there, 19% of the adults are obese.
We're spending $150 billion a year treating obesity-related illnesses, so we know this is a problem and there's a lot at stake.
Not even her exhortation seemed to be getting through, because this new study published today in the Journal of Adolescent Youth looked at more than 6,000 middle school children across the nation and found that nearly 7% are not obese, but severely obese, in the 99th percentile for weight, which means the problem is worse than believed.
Childhood obesity has tripled in the last 30 years. This could be the first generation since the Civil War to have a shorter life expectancy here.
3 out of every 4 children are either overweight or obese.
That means about 70 of these children are on a high-risk trajectory for coronary artery disease by their 30s and 40s. Dr. Joshua Samuels treats kids with the blood pressure levels of an unhealthy adult. He likens the war on obesity to the one against tobacco.
The parallels are stunning. Marketing to children, distorting the science, influencing policymakers and the like.
If we can help somebody control obesity, they are less likely to get diabetes. And if they are less likely to get diabetes, that means that we are going to be saving a whole lot of money in hospital costs.
Health experts have been calling for big changes for years, and to be honest, not much has happened. Not much has happened. Not much has happened.
Tried to lose weight, but you just can't. The problem may be in your genes.
Back now at 8:35 this morning on Take It Off Today, DNA and your diet.
The diets out there, not knowing which one would work. Here's a story for you.
New at 5:30, a new discovery in the fight against fat.
Have you ever noticed that some people can eat certain foods and not seem to gain weight, but you just seem to look at it and put on the pounds? It could be differences in your DNA.
How much does my family history and my genes play in my ability to lose weight?
Is there something, are there some people who are genetically more predisposed to obesity than others?
Well, now researchers at Boston University and Harvard have uncovered new proof that obesity may in fact be in your genes.
The study of 138 women found that weight loss of 40 pounds or more could be connected to several genes that regulate how fat and carbs are metabolized.
Over a year, the DNA dieters lost an average of 13 pounds compared to 4 pounds for the others.
We hear about genes in your DNA. What does this mean? It means how your body is processing food, how you store fat, how you break it down, the brain chemistry that says, am I hungry, am I full, the relationship of insulin and glucose, how this sensitivity arises. So all of these factors from head to toe are all connected to DNA and to these kinds of genetic changes. And so these are the things that contribute to weight later in life.
Really is fascinating, and the research is ongoing. Scientists hope that it will lead to more information about who is at risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease, and potentially uncover a skinny gene as well.